bro, they got all this Wayne shit on the TL. It's still fuck Wayne. Until, look, bro, they still fuck Wayne. Like,
hold on, one more time, bro.
They still fuck Wayne, bro. Niggas be acting like they can't speak on like actual real life political shit. It's the reason.
Yeah, what's that man tweaking?
Hey, look, we not rocking with Wayne until the album drops. That's like your apology to the black.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's your apology to the.
I swear. Yeah, that's crazy.
And this is you real one that cut your hair off. That's little Victor. Look at little Victor.
Young big shorty.
I look at Cj there too. Look at his braids.
Alright, I got the same ones now.
Mm-hmm.
Whole life.
You gonna let him take your picture when you was a baby, looking like a little Indian? Is in my bedroom.
We start now? Okay.
Okay, great. So, hey everybody. Remember me? Having Beautiful be my name. Find me on Instagram and Twitter. Having Beautiful, you know, very easy to spell. Anyway, hi CJ. What's going on? How are you, brother? I hear you making big noise in these here streets.
I'm trying.
I see. Shoot, doing interviews in Texas, doing work in Florida. Yeah, I'll be stalking you. Know that. And I just heard you on Power 92 doing the interview too. Check out his Instagram if you ain't seen it. The real fans know his Instagram already. I shouldn't have to say it. But anyway, so yeah. New album.
Yes.
May I ask what it's called, please?
True Colors.
True Colors. Yes, and why is it called True Colors?
Well, it's just an idea. You know, it's just the idea of one's true colors. You know what I'm saying? It's like whether it be me, whether it be the person listening to it, whether it's him because he was on it.
Right.
Whether it's just, you know
I see like down there.
Anybody that's a part of it, it's just you know what I'm saying, the ideology of finding yourself.
Absolutely. So there's pretty much True Colors is finding who you are as a person through music.
It's just me personally because, of course, I produce the music. So it's like, this is literally like the sound in my head of what.
Right.
If I could have a soundtrack of my life, this is it.
So this is the soundtrack of your life up to this point right now, is what you're saying.
Yeah, from this point to like.
Where you trying to go next?
February 15th. I mean February. What day was that, bro? On the vlog, I don't even know. The day me and Jeremy and him was in the studio, that was in 2015.
Okay. Look at him there, Tabby. I told you gonna laugh when you see that one.
Wow.
You ain't never seen that?
Nah,
He
bro.
never seen that. I know, cause you not keep that in my bedroom. Tabby, that's him when that was when he born, Tabby.
Yo, that's
The
crazy.
same day he born. They put on that and they took his picture. Look at that.
Hair on fleek, you did.
9 pounds, Tabby. 9 pounds, Tabby.
This one right here, too. My terrible handwriting.
On social media, the president has made it clear where his focus lies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's your mama and your titi. Mama. I got some here for your DVD.
Oh, boy.
I was cleaning up and I took it some and your daddy I told your granddaddy put that in your room.
That's crazy.
He took it by the door somewhere.
Because I'm more excited to DJ than anything. Bro.
Yeah, the DJ.
Watch out.
They gonna hit us.
I swear.
You got me stopping.
It was like you wasn't gonna stop.
You gonna hit me?
Yo, like, what you do?
I'm gonna get hit too.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, you're not seeing it coming, though.
It's gonna be G10. This bitch. Look, they law too. Hit me. Get a check. My neck.
Yeah, that's all quick as fuck.
My neck is my neck. I did $100 million.
So what inspired you to get to this point to write True Colors? What was the idea? Like, okay, I'm about to do this album. I'm ready to do it. This is my mindset right now. I gotta write this right now. Are you understand what I'm asking?
Yeah. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't thought about that in a while. But when I finished Supernatural, I had said that I probably wasn't gonna make another album. Like I said, I wasn't gonna. That was the first time I said it. You know what I'm saying? And of course,
I remember when you said it. I was like,
But I'm not lying this time though. But no, last time I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make another album. And then I just don't remember the point where I was like, I need to make just one last album. Because, like, I hadn't made an album since One Way Up, you know what I'm saying? And I hadn't made a fully produced album, like, in-house, you know, not just me, but, like, in-house produced project in full-length period. So I was just like, and I wanted to make an album that wasn't, like, a one-track interconnected album like how I usually do. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole supercut. I didn't want to do that this time. I wanted to make it track by track. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Experience.
Because it's 14 tracks on this album, right? And this is the most you've ever put on an album. I was about to say, because I remember, I used to think you was lazy. I'm like, just 10 songs, that's it? But
it was 15 on One Way Up, but that, I feel like that don't count because I didn't produce none of it.
But you know what? It did count, and I'm going to tell you why. Just because you didn't produce it doesn't mean it didn't count. That was the stepping stone to True Colors. You understand what I'm saying? It was that inspiration that lit that fire under your foot to say, hey, let's go. So just because you didn't produce it, there's a lot of artists out there that got their first album that they didn't produce, but it counted. It made them number one. Look at Cardi B. Hello.
True. He ugly as hell. Look at him. You ugly as hell.
Hey, why y'all get this little weak ass cow again? What y'all on? Now, let me hit you back with my homie gonna be here. I mean, yeah, it's our shit. She know whatever she buys, man.
Oh no. I was saying Lil King.
What he was talking about?
Shit, he was in front of my crib. I'm like, boy.
Damn, you know we gotta walk to Sand Ridge.
That's what I was just talking about. Come on.
I ain't even gonna lie, we might as well walk there right now, yo.
Where is I was just telling them, like, bro, like, all the shit we used to be on and shit. All that funny shit.
Damn. Hey, when I smack you, hold on.
You ugly? Bro, just be normal. Oh, stop paying attention to the camera, bro. Be normal. It's not even there.
No, but that's the thing. It is there.
It ain't.
No, it's not.
Y'all got to dance on how we doing on Vine and shit. Y'all have to be. That shit funny, folks. People be coming up to me like, showing me shit. Like, calling us jobs.
They don't know that when I make it, they gonna show me like, whoa, hey, you know? Like, yeah. See you in the next video with me.
Oh, so. But yeah, this is the school I went to, Karamoji Brown and shit.
I don't remember seeing your ugly ass in here though.
I don't remember seeing your ugly ass in here. You went to Karamoji Brown?
What's up, babe? Hell yeah, 1st through 5th. You still got all that, what's the name?
They go to center.
Good,
We're gonna come around this back up though. In the digital world, like, what? Hello? What else, in the middle of an interview? Nah. No, but I'm actually in the middle of an interview. You ugly? Yeah, hold on.
You filming another vlog?
Yeah.
first juke right there. And the little, the little duck off right there. You feel me? Type shit. So I go out there. First grade. 6:59. That was mind blowing. I can't remember which floor I lived on. I think I lived on the first floor. My granny lived on this floor. And then Arrow crib used to be right there too. Then we used to go there. We used to play on this sign, but we used to hoop on that bitch like all day, like to the point where like they had to take that shit down, bro, because we was there like all day. You wake up in the morning. That's how I knew. Everybody was outside. You just hear that constant ping, ping. You just hear that shit. You knew motherfuckers was outside hooping. Oh, ball is life. So, Baby G-Rail used to stay right there. Frank used to stay right there. Maybe my original crib to my grandma and us used to live next to each other and shit. Stay right there too. Yeah. My mama used to hoop right here in front of this crib. Outside the window. They were trying to come in and shake call on that Cj. Like he got game, like Jesus shows right. My auntie used to stay on the first floor. Marlo, my older cousin, used to stay on the third floor. The whole gang right here, the whole family, these two buildings. You know what I'm saying? Just out here wilding. We used to throw rocks from like here all the way into them garbage cans all the way over here. Dude. Until they started calling the police. My first fights was out here. Me and Blade fought right there. All the way up into that little middle of that duck off. That's bro now though, that's my brother and shit. You feel me? He was fighting like a motherfucker with myself. I had my first friend, one of my first friends, Lenocius. He used to stay right here in this building. We would come outside and do hot shit in them little bushes right there. They used to be super tall until they cut them. That shit crazy, bro. Like, I'm just reminiscing and shit. We used to ride bikes, we used to race like down this whole shit. Like everything you could possibly think of, bro, like we did that shit. Like we used to go into that building over there, get water. We had like little water shit because there wasn't no hose, so we just turn that shit on. Straight up, on like 5, 6 of us drinking. Right up in here, bro. Sitting right there. Play football. All on this shit right here. And it's funny, this is a little ass space. Like we used to play like real ass football. And motherfuckers would get tackled like on this concrete right here. Shit crazy, bro. We was a little kid that used to stay right there. I forgot his name. He used to be outside hanging with us all the time. Crazy, bro. Tank, RP Tank, bro. Little Tank, stay right here. It's either this building or this building. He just stay right there, bro. We'll be outside doing whatever. He'll just come outside. It's crazy, bro. Damn, man. I'll tell you, bro.
Okay, now let's talk about your title, not your title track, the single that's out right now. Loners featuring Keela the Goddess.
Yeah.
Yeah, seen the video. Video was out on YouTube.
That's another song. If every time I come on, like I gotta hear it again.
Oh, me too. Me too. Now, how did you connect with her to do this song?
Have I ever explained this on camera? I don't know. I might not have. Okay, so when I first made the song, I didn't even know it was gonna be Loners, like for real. I had made like. In them days, I don't even know what time period that was. That was like when I was working on my State of Mind. So that had to have been like January, February, December, January, February. You know what I'm saying? I was just in like super like go mode. Like I was like making like 5 beats a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for like 3 months straight. But I don't normally do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just
using the mindset.
Sometimes I just be like, I'll make a beat today, and then like a day or two will go by, and then I'll like make another beat. But like I was making like 5 beats Monday, 5 beats Tuesday, 3 beats Wednesday, 7 beats Thursday, like that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And rapping, and because I was just
you was eating.
Yeah, I was like learning how to engineer like better and stuff like that. So
once that bug bites you, you can't stop scratching.
I was like And my mom might be mad or whatever, but like, I used to like skip class and go and make music.
See?
I used to not go to class like
Uh-huh.
days in a row.
Uh-huh. Mind you, a little small story. When I first began with this group, I told them, I'll help you out, but I need you to go to school. Stop skipping class to make music. Go to school. They did that. Now,
I actually never skipped any days of high school, but I did skip a lot of college though. I got my degree now though, so it's cool.
but that's what mattered. Got that degree.
But yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
on that day, I had made like 5 other beats like that day. Like I think Luna's was like the 3rd one I made, and I remember my homie Deron, he had came out the other room and he was like, "Hey G, that's a hit, G. That's a hit right there, G." I'm like, "Word?" Like everybody in the room, they was like, "Yeah, G, like that's the one right there." I was like, I ain't think nothing of it for real. Like, so then I think I just was like, I'm finna just lay something down real quick. I'm finna just record something. So I just got up and I did. I did it for the Stones. I did for the Loners. Like I didn't imagine it would be nothing for real. Like and then I think the next day I went to class. And I was on my laptop, and I think something just was like, I'm gonna just send this to Keela and see what she said. I'm gonna just see. And then I sent it to her. I was like, they got an open verse on it, like, do what you're gonna do on it. And then she sent it back like the next day, I think.
Oh.
Vocals, she sent the whole
Everything.
thing the next day. So I heard it, and I was just like, I think I called Tyler on FaceTime. I was like, nah, G, it's over. Like, it's over. Like,
So is this what made you drop it first out of all
no,
the
so
songs?
okay, so look, so we put the song together. I played for my dad. My dad is like instantly a fan, like, and that's not easy to do. My
Right.
dad. I'm not saying like he's super like, you know what I'm saying, Russian judge or nothing like that, but like it's a good thing because it's hard to impress my dad. You feel me? I feel
Right.
like when I impress my dad, like I did something great.
Right,
You feel me?
right.
So it's like he was
on
that
it.
one. So I had just gave Monday to 92.3. So they was running that or whatever, and I was like, my dad was like, no, this the next one that's gonna come after that, and I was like, he played it for him or whatever, and they was like, yeah, this the one. So it was on the radio like the next day.
Yeah, and the
And
next
then
night
the
I was
rest-
screaming in my car.
And then I really realized how much people really liked it until like 4 months in, when like people was calling me like every day, like, yo, like this is crazy, like I just heard you on the radio, like. This is 4 months, might I add. Like for the first 3 months, like it wasn't really like
Hitting you yet.
you know what I'm saying. Like then when Trey the Chocolate Giant had heard it, that's when I was like, yeah, it's cracking for real. Now, 'cause,
Yeah.
like basically the whole Chicago they gave it the stamp. You know what I'm saying?
Really? When a legend like that gives you a stamp, you're practically undeniable.
Like when I met Ferris, like he had told me he had already heard the song before.
Before you allowed him to listen.
Before I met him.
Oh.
So when I met him, he's like, yeah, I'd already heard it. Like you know what I'm saying?
And again, when legends like that give you a stamp, you're practically undeniable. But see, you got to put the work in to get that stamp. This is not something that you just pay for. You actually work for it. There's a lot of people out there paying for stamps. They're not earning them. There's a big difference. And I just have to say that.
I mean, it's my fucking favorite song. Talking that nonsense. Damn, you ain't seen it. This is young CJ. You only had this little Joker shit.
I just look back and be like, I did not intend to do that. Like, if I wish some songs that I wanted that I actually like tailor made to be on the radio. And when I say that, I don't mean like commercial. I mean like
The ones you want
elements
to do
of
already.
elements of the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm really just trying to transcend the radio. Like, I want it to be like when you hear it, it's not what you used to. It's not a duplicate. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people told me they liked the song because it's like it's almost like out of place on 92.3. You know what I'm saying? It's like you remember it because it doesn't. It's the
fit.
oddball out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it's hot. You know what I'm saying? If I may say so myself. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, it's making perfect sense. And this is the point that I'm trying to make. Why be like everybody else? You don't sound, you just said it. It's the eyeball that's playing on the radio. You don't sound like nobody else. You sound completely different because you are Cj TheFLii. There's nobody out there that sounds like you. There's no way you should actually be saying it's the eyeball out. You see what I'm saying?
And it's like I don't even listen to the radio, so it's like I didn't make it for the radio at all. But that's the one that everybody's seeing and like. So it's like you never know what people like. You know what I'm saying? Like that night, I was like, I had told Deron, I was like, bro, I'm not even finna use this. Like, and then we actually made a remix to Lone's before Lone's actually came out. So
Are you gonna drop the remix?
No, you gotta have money and shit off.
you gotta have plans and shit.
When you was a shorty, you could be broke and have fun. Now you gotta have bread. You can't even eat without bread. Period. Ain't no more mama. No. What's going on, big man? What's up? How you feeling, dog? Oh, good, man. Good, what happened? Come to play with. No, I ain't coming for the day, man. I'm saying, hey, you want to say what's up to the story, big? You're broken? Oh. Say what's up to the camera, big. Don't be scared, man. Come on, man. You don't want to be on camera, bro. You do this? My man Vic right here, man. The world's greatest. Right here. My man. My man.
That's a real name, Isaiah Thomas?
No, Antoine.
Antoine what?
Antoine what?
Antoine Hawkins. Remember
Sound
that?
good.
They call him BFF.
Antoine Hawkins.
Straight up. Gotta, you know what I'm saying, all times like be on your alert, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was talking about the deals, and Steve Stout was talking about like, you know what I'm saying, rappers should make more money or something like that. And he was saying like how rappers be signing deals and they be not getting, you know what I'm saying? He was saying, why don't you own everything instead of, you know what I'm saying? And 2 Chainz was just like, it's just the idea of having a deal in the black community. It's like you just go back like, yeah, I got a deal. Like it don't matter what kind of deal it is, you just want to go back and be like, yeah, I got a deal, I signed a deal. Like it's just like, it's just perception, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we need to just change the perception of what we feel is accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
having a deal is not really like, it's not even a deal. It's something
pretty.
It's a break. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's not a deal because you're not getting anything from it.
Right.
It's like you think you are, but you're not. Like that's the whole
You're
concept
not.
of a deal. It's like a card game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we need to understand what ownership is. We need to
Absolutely.
understand when we've been compensated fairly. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't. Like we just care about seeing a lot of zeros.
Right.
We don't care how it's distributed. We don't care when we gonna get it. We just know we're gonna sign it and we're gonna get it somehow. And then you end up not even fulfilling your obligation, and then you never get it, and then you can't put out music ever again. Like
Absolutely.
you gotta change your name to put out music. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
It shouldn't even have to be like that.
that's cool.
I mean, prime example.
Speaking of the Lil Uzi thing, like I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you fine. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying 'cause the Lil Uzi thing, like this man. 1.5 billion times somebody listened to your song and you only got paid 900,000 of that. You should get paid
You should have
every cent on the dollar for every stream period. Like
Absolutely.
he should at least have, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want that to happen. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like I was just watching this thing with Monique. She was talking about like you know what I'm saying, black female comedians and all that. Like the Girls Trip movie, like how they was like she was saying they should all be multimillionaires right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just
And talking about a sequel.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just she was just saying like how we need to just understand when we've been fairly compensated.
Absolutely.
And it's just I feel like that's true. You know what I'm saying? They don't want, and I don't know. It's like I want to say black people, but it's like I feel like just in general they just don't want people to just have. It's like they know. I will say black people because black people know how to get the money. That's what she was saying. She was like, in order for anything to sell, you have to have the black community behind you because it's not going to sell. It's like she was saying like when the sitcoms come out, they start off with black shows and then they all get tapered off and then it's all white shows. You know what I'm saying? Because that they already then garnered the fans. You know what I'm saying? It's like if that's the case, then we need to change what it is that we put our interest in.
Right.
And we need to support that. You know what I'm saying? Because
don't know how to shit. I mean, in the streets, don't know how to shit. But I don't give a fuck, cause I'm about it, bitch.
Cause I'm about it, bitch. You don't fuck, cause I'm about it, bitch.
Oh, brother, hey, that's that right
That was
there.
down there.
You recording that?
I'm recording, bro. Come on, bro.
Set it up.
You got anything coming up, Lockedown? Anything you need to know? Oh, okay, great. Anybody's video that's about to drop?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, what you
Yeah,
mean?
I'm trying to be nice.
Nope.